Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the Object 261. It's the Tier 10 Soviet SPG, and this one's located on the south spawn of Fisherman's Bay and is under the command of floorslayer of Havoc 4 to be precise, which is due to become what you need 4, I think, very shortly. Anyway, it's an 18cm naval gun based on the IS-7 chassis. It's a project that the Soviets were going to build towards the end of the war, but they discontinued it after they won the war. So it never got built, but it was a proposal. And you can see it's an open-topped SPG. So unfortunately you can't use vents, but it's actually quite a good SPG at that. It's got a good fire rate. Anyway, enough of me talking. We're moving off to the right side of the battlefield. And I think he's going to choose these bushes as his firing position. Yep. Okay. Now we're looking for targets. We've got an E100 making for the city. And he's hidden behind that house because he knows it's too late now to move any further. But he got a splash hit for 314 hit points. And he's picked up some stun assists straight away. 1,800 stun assists. 2,000 stun assists. Oh, he's really going for it. That poor E100 probably really badly damaged. That Leopard's hiding behind the house. It's a good forward position, that. Object 140, round out. Direct hit, 392 hit points. Yeah, if you're a medium tank, you don't really want to stick behind those houses, because if you do, you'll get good spots, but you will get crucified by the Arty, because they will fire the rounds in and badly damage you. Mind you, a lot of tanks like to take that position because they like to shoot on any enemy tanks that advance through town. But it can be very unwise if there's a good Arty player on the enemy team. Good hit on the Super Conqueror. 288 stunned him. He's receiving fire. We're picking up stun assist. We've already got up to 3,800 stun assists so far this battle. That's really going to help the end score. Of course, remember, you pick up half of the XP from each of those shots for stunning the opponents. That's why the stun mechanic is so good. You're not taking the enemy out of the battle straight away, you're actually assisting your team to get damage on the enemy. Okay, K91, can you get a shot? No. Well, he's pulled out, but he didn't want to move away from that E5, who's very resolutely staying behind that building. He doesn't want to get hit. He could splash him from here, but he's not going to waste a shot. He's only got a few shots. Fires a round in, and yeah, he did manage to splash the Object 430U for 128, and he stunned them, but I think they used their first aid kit straight away. The Object 140 was also stunned. He picked up some stun assist. Right, there's another object oh, it's the K91. It's just behind that building. He's pulling back. He's pulling over, actually. Can we get a shot on him? Well, for a brief moment you could have, but he's then gone behind that building now, so he's in a safe position there. Fires around in, and he pulls out to have a look, and we get a splash hit for 415, and the K91's been taken out. Right, now, the enemy tanks have made it into the south side of the town. I say south side, it's south of that harbour area. And that IS-7 just took a massive, great amount of damage. He's trying to get for that corner. We're almost loaded. We're loaded. Rounds out straight away. And we get a big hit for 378. And they're cornering him. Yep, he's gone. So we picked up some stun assists there. That E5 is still sitting behind that house in the centre. And the Super Conqueror has taken up position behind that house. But he must still be there. We can't see him, but he must still be in that position. Super Conquerors are fairly slow to move about. And the enemy's having a lot of trouble in the city. They've got a Type 5 Heavy in cover at the moment. He's right next door to the buildings, but he's having to pull back because he's taking damage from at least 4 of our teammates. And they've got another Type 5 Heavy around the corner. And I don't think he's able to help at the moment. I don't think he's got any targets to fire at. Okay, the other side of the map, we've got an FV4005 Stage 2, otherwise known as the ship barn, and a Jaegeru. the Jagdpanzer E100. And we've managed to stun the Jaegeru. This is really where the ship arm went down. He was just taken out by the RE4. This is where the Arty really does help, because when you've got a tough tank like a Jaegeru, we can really do a lot of damage to them. We put the shell into the side. HE always works very well. Now, Super Conqueror's moved down from the bushes in the center, and he's trying to get into the town to support the Type 5. We fire a round in, and it splashes him for 42. It just went long. And the rest of our team is holding back. But the Object 430 is still in the center. He just took a round. Can we get the kill shot? No, unfortunately, the Object 430 on our team managed to get the kill shot there. The E5 is still there, and he's still got most of his health. He's very reluctant to move from that position. Now, the Jaegeru's gone down on the west side of the battlefield, taken out by our Jaegeru. And now we've got two targets to fire at. Type 5 heavies. Fire a round in. You get a direct hit on the front one. Only 221, but it must have hit the heaviest armor. And we're only just able to get the shell over that roof of the houses because the loop of the shell, the angle of the shell. Now there's a Guerrilla 15 on the other side. He's pulling back. Now we're doing a leading shot because we're still loading. Loaded now. Rounds out. Should get him. Long flight. Oh, yes it was. And he got a fire. And the enemy goes down immediately afterwards. He wasn't a fire kill, but so he didn't pick up an arsonist, but he was badly stunned and immediately hit after the fire took effect. And so I think he was frantically trying to get into cover, and it was just too late for him. Now that Type 5 heavy is rocking backwards and forwards. We're going to fire around it. Yes! Was a hit. 125 hit points. And you can see we've got a red line because of the roofs of that building. It does get in the way. But if he pulls forward the aim forward, then he can loop it over the top of that roof just. Only just. You can see how difficult it is sometimes for Arty to actually get shots on the enemy when obstructions are in the way. 224 from that one and some stun assists. The enemy Arty's been located in the back of the map. T92 HMC, and he's now dead. He was taken out by our 2684. Now there's only one enemy left. It's that Type 5 heavy, and everyone's gathering around to collect the last hit points off him. He's not going to last long. He's getting hit from all directions, and that's it. The game over. We've won. So let's have a look at the end of battle stats for this victory. And it's an Ace Tanker for floorslayer in the Object 261. He also picked up a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits, crew incapacitations or module damage. He actually got 15 in that one. And best of all, he got a Confederate. He didn't get any kills, but he certainly touched more of the enemy than anyone else in his team. At least 6 tanks subsequently taken out by other team members. And you can see the numbers that he did hit here. He certainly did hit the enemy a lot without getting any kills, and that of course means he's helped his teammates to get the kills instead. So let's have a look at team scores. He didn't get the highest damage, he got the second highest damage. The Object 430U in the center, he managed to get 4,277 hit points of damage overall, and then floorslayer came second with 3,809 hit points of damage on his team. But the high damage, or the high caliber, should have gone to the Type 5 heavy on the enemy team. He did 5,418 hit points, but for some reason he didn't pick up the high caliber. Maybe it wasn't 20% of the enemy hit points, we don't know. He may have caused some damage to his own teammates. No, he didn't. So yep, it might be that he was just short of that 20% and he didn't get it. So when it came to the number of kills, again, floorslayer is right down at the bottom. He didn't get any kills during the battle at all. The high scorer on his team was the Object 430U with 4, then the Object 140 with 3, then the T110E4 with 2, as well as the T100LT When it came to base XP, it was floorslayer who was right at the top, 1,136 base experience points. And the reason for that will become self-evident when we look at the next screen, and with very good reason, because you can see the stun assistance he did was 6,510 hit points of damage off 16 stuns. He really did lay into the enemy, and although he didn't get kills, he stripped them of all their health and then enabled his team to get them through one-shots or easy kills. The shots fired were 12. He got 7 direct hits, 1 penetration and 9 splash. Damage of 3,809 hit points by his hand, and he hit 10 of the enemy without getting a kill, so he hit and touched 2/3 of the enemy team. As I said, 6,510 hit points of stun assist of 16 stuns. On a standard account, he earned 66,796 credits. That's a huge amount for a standard account. And after ammunition resupply, and the 18cm shells are expensive, he actually took away 43,036 credits. And again, that is a huge total for a tier 10 tank, let alone tier 10 SPG, so very well played. He received 1,136 base XP, times 2 for the first victory of the day, took away 2,272 experience points altogether. So particularly good mastery, an Ace Tanker and a Confederate there for floorslayer. If you enjoyed this replay, please give it a like and do subscribe to our channel, and hopefully it'll be your replay that I'll be featuring in the next video.